Hey everyone, G.A. Gallagher here from Gallagher RC. I'm going to do a quick little video on my recent install of my full coverage mud buster fender flares. Just a few tips and tricks to make it easier for anybody else that might be doing this. So without those fender flares, the inside of the cab, the doors, the people in the back seats, people in the front seats, were getting covered in mud and water. So I did some research, I did some asking on different forums, and I decided to go with the Mud Buster full coverage fender flares. So first off, the directions. In my opinion, they're okay as far as kind of a guide, but as far as being able to really see anything in the pictures, I don't feel their lighting was that great based on the black fender flares. All you really see is some colored circles. What I have found, the easiest thing to do is you're going to remove all of the factory push pins on the molded stock fenders. Something else to note is all of the holes that are in these Mud Buster fender flares are a little tight, and you take a 5/16 drill bit. The first thing you do, drill out every hole using a 5/16 drill bit on your fender flares. This will make life so much easier, less of a headache, easier on the fingers, easier on everything. First thing you do is that. This job will be easier with two people, but it can be done with one. On the front, you're going to notice that you use 2 bolts, washers, and lock nuts that are included. So you'll get 4 in total. I chose to add a fender washer. And that was just, I didn't want to take any chances with anything pulling through a better mounting surface. So I have the fender washer on this side, and then on the other side is another washer with the lock nut. Something else to note is I have rock guards. So you're gonna have to notch out the flare to fit your rock sliders if you have them. As you can see, I've done here. Easy to do. You can easily cut this material with a utility knife, or I use tin snips, but it will need to be done in order to fit if you have rock sliders. Another tip, once you've got one side the way you like it on your rock sliders, lay this rock slider onto the other side and trace it out. Remember, it'll be mirror image, and then you've got the pattern for the other side. You can trim it out and be done with that. That's really all there is to it. As you can see, it adds a lot of coverage based on where the stocks stop. This makes it so my box, my window, my roof, everything isn't covered in mud and water constantly. You can splash through the puddles and the mud and not worry so much and not get everything covered. The fronts, as you can see, a lot of coverage compared to the stock. Stick out nice and far. Keep the mud, the water, the rocks all down. Really, that's about it. There's plenty of push pins included, and I believe there's a few spares. Sometimes another set of hands will help to hold things, to push things together. All in all, pretty easy, well worth it. I will note one thing, at least on my fronts. I believe it's this hole. When you get everything in, this does not line up with a hole that is already in the front of the machine. It's about 1 inch off, and it was this way on both sides. I don't care how hard you push, pull, 2 people, 3 people, you're not gonna line it up. So I just went through here. It's about 1 inch away from the stock hole. Drill the hole, 5/16, and put my push pin in. No problems at all. This one, there's a hole in the fender flare, but not the machine. Once you've got it all on, lined up, you will drill that hole and put your push pin in. That's really it. I hope this helps everybody out. This is a 2022 Can-Am Maverick Sport Max. They're all pretty similar. Please rate, please subscribe, and please share. Thank you.